we'll start recording there as well. Alright, good. Is it just going to start like that? Excellent connection. Oh, I think we're just going. Alright, hello. I hope this is working alright. Let me just get my microphone in focus. Thary's made my ear. Well, thank you very much. Welcome to my first stream in about over a year. I apologise for not doing this more frequently. What time is it in the UK? It's 10 past 11, which means we have just under 50 minutes until British New Year, which, let's face it, is the one that counts. No, I'm only messing. How's everybody doing? It's 10 past 11, or now 11 past 11. So actually, that's quite a funny time to start. How's everybody doing? We got Guy Mage Dragon, we got the Connor Baird, we got Guy Madge, Sam, Sudoku Dragon, Space Pluff, Doctor Who Clips and Discussions. Mr. Tharies is streaming. He is. Although, please, Mr. Tharies is my father's name. Yay, Tharies. Hello. I've not done this in a while. Can you tell I'm out of practice? How's everybody been? The goal of this stream, there isn't particularly a lot. I want to do some more thoughts on Joy to the World. I want to give you guys the space to give your thoughts, but also if you guys have got any questions for me heading into this new year, feel free. This is just a little bit of a fun sort of thing I decided to do. Thanks for all the amazing insight into the Whoniverse and Happy New Year. Well, thank you very much, Rob. Last stream was 6 months ago. Okay, it was 6 months. That's not as bad as I thought it was. I fully was convinced it was a year. So that's not as bad. I wish I did these more regularly, to be honest, because I do enjoy doing them. I don't know, I'm not as good live, I don't think, as I am when things are, edited. Also, apologies if you hear what will probably sound like a dying steam engine. I think I've got, a hole in, basically, where one of the doors or the windows are, so the wind gets through a tiny bit, and all it just makes is this weird, whoo noise. So, if you hear what sounds like dying steam engine, that's what it is. I'm feeling optimistic about 2025. Good. Glad to hear it. New Doctor ranking with 14 and 15. I think it's too early for me to say fully. Because Shooty's only had, a series? So I think I'll wait until we've had at least 2 series with him, if not his full run, depending on what happens there. Because season 3, am I right, guys? Who knows what's going to happen with that? I'm pretty sure this is the 4th stream this year. Wow, I've made good time. Good evening, Who Designs and Mr. J. Smith. Joy to the World would have been better without Joy. Joy to the World would have been better without Joy. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. I kind of agree, to a degree, for sure. What Series 15 episode has you most intrigued so far? Episode 4 is always an interesting one, because that was not written by Russell, and, I think that's the Doctor Light, so inevitably with that, I'm going to be, somewhat curious, with what they're going to do with that. I saw some discourse, actually, surrounding that. Let me get it up. Hold on. If I get filming locations, up. Yeah, this was what he said. He said, so for context, he said, just like with Season 1, Season 2, Episode 4 is Dr. Light. Expect to see Shooty at the start, at the end, but not in between. And I saw some people kind of say, oh, with the series being so short, I don't know how I feel about another Dr. Light, which I do completely get. That was one of my criticisms with the last kind of series, was the fact that we had, so many Dr. Light episodes, given the fact that, it was Gatwa's first series. Obviously, it was somewhat understandable, given that Gatwa himself was busy on Sex Education. But I think having one is okay, and I think it's an interesting way of exploring the format, and I did enjoy 73 Hours for what it was. So I'm not against this, a Dr. Light for the series midpoint. So possibly that one. I think also Episode 3, just because it seems like we know very little about it. Because we know it's sci-fi based, but that's about it, really. And obviously the one with the big cartoon character. But I almost feel like I know more what I'm in for with that than I do with the Dr. Light and the sci-fi one. Hi, Sean. I hate you too. No, I'm only messing. What are your New Year's resolutions? You know what? It's funny you should mention that. I've had to think about that. And honestly, I don't know. Which is not a very good answer. It's a bit of a naff answer. But I think, actually, doing more live streams would be one that was up there. Because I always enjoy it, but I never do these often enough. What else could I do? I mean, obviously, like, I've been trying to upload more and just be on here more. I hope you've noticed in the last couple of days I've been uploading a hell of a lot. So, but I've been enjoying doing that, so I'm going to try and keep that up as best I can. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to keep up daily for. I'm going to be honest, because I generally get into, like, a good swing of doing that, and then I'll like, get busy, or something will happen, or I'll lose motivation, and then all of a sudden, you know, the daily uploads stop. And they don't just stop, they'll stop for, like, a few days. But, you know, I'm enjoying doing that at the moment. Like, I was really pleased to see the positive reaction to the Anita Mrs. Flood theory. That was a really fun one I enjoyed putting together. I'm feeling optimistic for 2025. You know, I am too, broadly, I think. Yeah, I am too. I'm pretty excited. I've got some things coming up in 2025 I'm looking forward to. So, yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it as well. Oh, Tom Baker, yes. Glad someone pointed it out. I wanted to talk about that. So Tom Baker, yesterday, was awarded an MBE, which is basically like an honours award given out by, like, the British government. And he was given it specifically for his work in TV specifically, and, like, his contributions to British TV. Let me get up. So this is the Doctor Who tweet about it. So yeah, you had the definitive article. Congratulations to the Tom Baker. I mean, that is kind of true, but congratulations to Tom Baker, the Fourth Doctor, on his MBE nomination. And yeah, very, very well deserved. Very, very happy to see that. Let me see if I can find the Tom Baker. Oh, Bakewell. Wrong guy. Baker MBE. There we go. So, yeah, if I go on Digital Spy, I guess, that's probably a good one to use. So, yeah, Doctor Who Legend receives MBE. Buckingham Palace has announced a number of prominent entertainment figures are featured on King Charles III's 2025 New Year's Honours list. Among those honoured is former Doctor Who star Tom Baker, who receives an MBE for his services to television. The legendary actor is best known for playing the Fourth Doctor between 1974 and 1981. And yeah, it basically just goes on to talk about all the others who've been recognised. I don't think there's much more on it in particular other than his contributions to TV, but obviously, naturally, Tom Baker was the one that got the biggest headline. And to be honest, he definitely deserves it. Like, for many people, and even people who are, like, too young to grow up with him as Doctor Who, he just is the Doctor Who. And that takes some doing when you've got a character that he didn't come into, like, initially, you know, like, he came in 10 years deep into that show and became arguably one of its most recognisable vessels even today. So, given that, I think it's shocking that this didn't happen before. Personally, I'd give the man a knighthood, but there we are. Tharies, you need a knighthood next? I don't know whether I'd want one. I don't know whether I'd want to be called Sir Tharies. I don't know whether that would really... I mean, it wouldn't be Sir Tharies, but, you know, same difference. Happy New Year. Just stopping briefly. It's been great hanging with you more this year and hope to see you more in the next. Definitely, Atomize, definitely. I also want to say, if you are just joining the stream, feel free to like the stream. Also, if you are feeling generous on New Year's, feel free to drop a super chat if you want to. If you want to guarantee I'll see your message, that's a way. If you subscribe during the live stream, a little notification will come up. Same goes for live donations and things like that. I'm a bit out of practice with this, as you can probably tell. But yeah, hi Tharies, hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Thank you very much. I'm not a fan of Dr. Light episodes with 8-episode seasons. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. I definitely understand and like can appreciate that like mindset. Scrolling through Twitter Live, you're a brave man. Fair point. Yeah, didn't think about that. Didn't think about the possibilities. Because that site is just a hellscape now. It's mad. It's so late for y'all and it's only 6 here, damn. Are headphones needed for this stream, Mr. Darius? Well, I put them on just in case we listen to anything, because obviously they'll come out through my headphones. But, you know, probably not. But I thought maybe if there was anything that, like, I don't know, caught our interest that we wanted to watch, maybe it'll be there. Everyone calls Harry Theories from now on. Whenever Russell decides to leave again, I hope the BBC... I can honestly see the BBC giving Mark Gatiss a call as the next showrunner and bringing Reece Shearsmith in to write. I mean, Reece Shearsmith would be fun. I don't know whether I... Like, Mark Gatiss' stories are never bad, but I don't know whether he'd be my choice, personally. It's 5 p.m. in Texas? Oh, that's fun. Oh, yeah, so I covered the what do you call it? The Doctor Who Classic YouTube channel having all those, like, episodes, and I didn't realise it was literally geo-locked to everywhere except America. I assumed it had been made available in a few more territories other than just there, but maybe it will be. But it's a cool initiative, nonetheless. But you can still access it via a VPN. It's kind of mad. I've done 2 videos that kind of would be perfect for VPN sponsorships, and neither of them have had VPN sponsorships. I had a VPN sponsorship like once back in like 2022, but I had like no views. So yeah. Good evening and a happy new year. Happy new year to you. I'm like, it shows a lot about my like kind of my party proclivities that instead of doing like, you know, going out and partying on New Year's, I'm here live streaming to you all. But this is a party for us, right? Talking about Doctor Who. What could be better? Do you think Pete McTeague would make a good showrunner? I have mixed feelings. I think I said this in a video recently, didn't I? Where I basically said like, I think that his work on the collection box sets is absolutely fantastic. Those trailers are really good. But like, I haven't been really a fan of either of his episodes. I think I'd have to wait, because I think he's writing an episode this year. See what that episode's like, and then I'll get back to you on that, I think. By the way, Line of Duty is coming back, so I could definitely see Doctor Who Series 16 scripts filming soon. The scripts are done. Yeah, I mean, I think the scripts are mostly done now. I mean, I remember Russell saying in DDM that, what did he say? He said that, like, they'd been shelved until BBC make a decision, or Disney make a decision, or whoever. Jamie Matheson would be my pick. Yeah, I mean, Jamie Matheson has written some of my favourite Doctor Who scripts of recent years. I guess the only problem with that is that he hasn't worked on Doctor Who for a while, so, it's hard to really sort of gauge whether he'd be, like, interested in it or not, or whether he'd have sort of moved on. This year's gone very quickly, hasn't it? Yeah, in some ways, I think it very much has, but in other ways, I think the last few weeks have felt a bit long for me, but I don't know whether that's just a me thing. Next colorization? I don't know. I have a funny feeling they might do Tomb, even though I don't think Tomb would benefit that much from a colorization. The Chase would be a fun one to do. He's writing The War Between the Land and Sea with RTD. Yeah, and apparently, according to Doctor Who Film Locations, he's writing Season 2, Episode 4 as well. Also, bring it on the topic of Season 2, or just the future, Doctor Who Film Locations also tweeted this, which is, oh, she's coming back, and it's a shot of Anita from Joy to the World. And, I mean, it would help if I'd love it if that theory that I had, that she is Mrs. Flood, turned out to be accurate. That'd be very nice. It'll make that video age incredibly well. It does line up though. I'm not the only one that thinks that, right? Like, it does just work. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, it does line up. But I hope she is back, because I really enjoyed her character. Even if she isn't Mrs. Flood, that'd be very, very cool. But yeah, I'm glad someone mentioned Tom Baker getting a ME, because I wanted to cover that. What can we expect for Season 3 in 2026? I don't know, is my honest answer. Hey man, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's to you, Samuel. Happy New Year's to you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I liked her stuff in the Christmas special the most, TBH. Same. Honestly, actually, you know what? That's what I was going to do. What I was going to do is, is there a way I can... How do you set, like, a quiz or, like, a poll? I've not done this in a while. It says goal here, but I don't know what that is. Super chat goal. That's not, I won a thing the last time I did this. Okay, that's that. But I just want to do like a poll thing. How do you... Okay, I'm going to have to figure that out later. Maybe someone can tell me how to do it. After hearing the theory, it makes sense. It does, right? I still think the Christmas special was 2 different episodes combined. What, you think they were originally conceived as 2 separate episodes and then smushed together? I mean, it's possible. Will the Wild Endeavour podcast return? I'm afraid not. I'm afraid Wild Endeavour is shelved, I'm afraid to say. I can say that officially now. It was one of those things. I'll fess up. It was basically my fault. I kind of felt like I was doing too many separate things. But don't completely rule out the idea of me doing another podcast project in the future. That's all I'll say on that. Are we going back to the Time Hotel? I'd like to see the Time Hotel come back. What sort of Christmas special would you like next year? I think given that this one was quite, both of the last 2 have been quite light, maybe something a little bit more serious. I don't know. Obviously, it's Christmas, so it's always going to be somewhat light. But I guess, Christmas Carol had quite a few moments that were quite dark. So I think generally that's something I'm looking for in Doctor Who. Maybe it's just because I'm older. But I think a bit more seriousness at some points would be something I'd like. As far as I'm aware, the Anita role in the episode was small, but Moffat and RTD loved it so much they kept expanding the role. That makes sense. That doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't surprise me one bit. I still haven't figured out how to do a poll. Oh, there we are. Q&A. No, not Q&A. Poll. Engage with the audience. Start a poll. There we go. I'll put joy to the world. I'll do simple options. Joy to the world. Joy to the world. And then we got good, mid, bad. Probably should have added a great option. We'll just go for those 3. So there's a poll in the chat now. I've just figured out how to do it. So we'll see what you guys say, because I'm curious to see what you guys say. I'm curious to see. A Weeping Angel Christmas special would be peak. Ooh, I like that. Nick Briggs for showrunner? I don't know. I kind of... Because, when Nick Briggs is writing on his own, because, I've listened to some of his Big Finish stories, and they're decent, but, again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who I want as next showrunner. I think I want it to be someone kind of out of the main collective that we sort of pick from, but I don't know who that would be. I know Charlotte Moore is in talks with James Corden and Ruth Jones over a Gavin and Stacey spin-off. Why not? 12.34 million views and counting. Yeah, I mean, I loved Gavin and Stacey. I don't know what you guys thought, but I'm Welsh, so it's part of I'm kind of I have to like Gavin and Stacey, but no, I did love Gavin and Stacey this year. I thought it was the perfect finale. Honestly, that was the thing I was more excited about than Doctor Who, if I'm completely honest. You know me, I love Doctor Who, love it to pieces, but this year Doctor Who was the bigger priority. Doctor Who, Gavin and Stacey was the big priority. Oh yeah, I guess some Americans might not know what Gavin and Stacey is. Gavin and Stacey is like a British sitcom that revolves around a woman from Wales and a boy from England meeting up, falling in love, and their quirky family. And the wacky shenanigans that go on. I'm vastly underselling the show. There's a lot more to it than that. But that's the basic gist of the show. But it's very good because it plays on the cultures of both in a very fun way. Great to see Dave Coaches back. I know. I will tell you, I audibly gasped when he came down the stairs to reveal that it was him who was sleeping with Gwen. Gavin and Stacey reviews in 2025. I would like to maybe do that on the second channel. Maybe make that a second channel thing. What were your thoughts on the Wallace and Gromit film? I thought it was really good. Really enjoyed that as well. It's probably not my favourite Wallace and Gromit film, but that's just because the bar is so high. The original Wrong Trousers is probably my favourite. Then Ooh. Probably Close Shave. Then, is it Loaf and Death or Were Rabbit? Probably Loaf and Death, then Were Rabbit. Actually, I don't know. They're all good. The thing is, they're all good. None of them are bad. It's just hard for me to rank them. I did like Vengeance Most Foul, though. It was good. What I loved about it is that they got, obviously, a new voice actor in to play Wallace after Peter Sallis died. And you you just could not tell that it had changed at all. It was seamless. Tharies was also on the fishing trip. I prefer not to say anything at this time. Tell us a funny story about you at school, Mr. Tharies. Funny story of me at school. What, like a Doctor Who themed one, or just a general funny story? I'm trying to think I'm trying to think the tone that I want to, have on this New Year's stream. Just got some Coke. Connor Baird says, as an American, I don't feel like Doctor Who fits Disney. Somewhere like Max or Netflix would be better. Yeah, kind of. I mean, I get why they chose Disney, because, it's the big family company. So, on a certain level, Doctor Who's a show for all the family, or at least that's, what it's intended to be. And so, I can understand the thought process of Disney is big family company, let's put it on the big family streaming service. I personally, I don't know who I'd pick. I mean, the problem with Netflix is they cancel anything whenever they get it. So, I can maybe understand why they were chosen. Maybe Prime, because Amazon have got more money than they know what to do with. So, my girlfriend refuses to watch Doctor Who. Dump her. No, I'm only joking. Do not do that. This is not really. I'm not the person you want to come to for relationship advice. But I want to go back to the question that someone asked there. If you got any funny stories from school, it's honestly hard for me to remember. I know that sounds so weird, but I haven't been in school for a while. Oh, I got one. So I remember being in English class, and I don't know what it was, but for whatever reason, the teacher was like, "Oh, can everyone stand up to do this thing?" I don't know what the thing was. And I just looked her dead in the face and went, "What do you want me to do?" And then smirked. And then, and there's another one similar to that. So when in PE, you, obviously PE for my American audience is, physical education. So what, gym, you would call that. And someone in a wheelchair, gym or PE, not that, it's not that, full on for me. They don't really know what to do. So for this particular class, they were running lengths of the hall, and they were they got me to time each of the boys who was doing the laps, basically, if you get what I'm saying. And then the next PE lesson, when they were doing the register to say who was here, they were saying, "Oh yeah, say your name and then say your time." And then the PE teacher got to my name and asked for my time, and he just froze. And you got to bear in mind, this guy is a big 6 foot tall, bald Welshman with muscles, and he looked up mortified and went, "Sorry, but I'm so sorry." And I felt so bad for him, but I couldn't stop laughing. I nearly wet myself. Oh, it was so funny. Tharies is breaking hearts. I don't think many hearts think of me much, to be honest. My family actively hates post-2017 Doctor Who. They are reactionaries, and they don't watch the show with me. That's sad. That's really sad. I really hate that, the culture and, politics have gotten, so just, toxic and present in everything. That, you can't just enjoy things anymore. Barry's Lawn needs to be a series in 2025. What, where I just tell you events in my life? I could. I don't think many people would watch that. I'm not gonna lie. As a Brit, the content on Disney Plus over here is so vastly different to the US. Doctor Who wouldn't be out of place. As a Brit, the content on Disney Plus over here is so vastly different to the US. Doctor Who wouldn't be out of place. Is it that different? I don't know. I think the thing that I always find really funny with, like, because I was having this conversation with, like, a friend of mine earlier, like, you know when people talk about, like, Doctor Who viewing figures, and they're always like, oh, you know, back in my day, Doctor Who was getting, like, 10 million. They never talk about all the other shows that were also getting 10 million around the time Doctor Who were, and the fact that none of them are either. Like, obviously people will say, well, Gavin and Stacey did well. It's like, yeah, that's the one show this year. But you look at something like EastEnders, which in, like, 2009 also got 10 million viewers, like Doctor Who. It's now on around 4 million at Christmas, just like Doctor Who is. It's not so much a Doctor Who thing, so much as it is general TV decline. I mean, I think there is something to say for, like, stagnation in the show sort of appearing at certain points. So for, like, example, I think Legend of the Sea Devils is probably an instance where that low figure is probably endemic of people just kind of tuning out of that era. I was shocked at the amount of hate for Outnumbered. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, like, blown away by it. Like, I wasn't like, wow, this is really good. Like, it wasn't on Gavin and Stacey's level, but I thought it was fine for what it was. I think the problem with it is, part of the inherent charm of that show is them being kids and just coming up with mad stuff to say. And once you take that out, it just kind of becomes like another sitcom, I think. Does that make sense? I can't even watch Doctor Who with my grandparents anymore. They've been taken over by right-wing newspapers. The things they've said when Church on Ruby Road was on, my God. Yeah, it's just really sad. And the problem is, like, it's hard then as well, because it's not like you can go, all right, I'll just never speak to my family again. You know? Like, but I think all we can do is present, like, facts and evidence, you know? British TV seems to be doing better than American TV. I don't know that much about, like, cable TV in America to really know how it's doing. Like, I know that it's a lot more, like, they don't have, like, a BBC over there. Like, it's all, like, advertiser, basically. And I think you guys have probably moved to streaming even more than we have, I would assume. Because, like, I don't know, I think because Britain's an aging population, there's still an aspect of TV where, like, people do still tune into it. Were you involved in the latest Confused Adipose fan film? I was. I'm glad you asked. I voiced a blue guy. I did not play the blue guy because the blue guy was stood up, and I was, you know, I wasn't. But I did voice a blue guy. I have actually been involved in every single one of Joe's fan films up to this point. And this one, I mean, I speak to Joe a lot, Confused Adipose a lot. Joe, I think he said that's his name, so that's fine for me to say. And, like, I know he'd be working on this one for, like, months, if not years. And, yeah, he works really hard on those things. Hi, Force Dalek, how you doing? Evening, everybody. How you doing? Also, if you have just joined the stream, feel free to like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, which you probably aren't if you're watching this. But you will get a notification on the screen if you like. Also, if you want me to read your comment and I don't see it, super chats are a way of doing that, but of course you don't have to do any of that. It's New Year's, it's cost of living, we're all, you know, tight on money, but, you know, obviously anything helps, of course. I love Gatwa so much, these Dr. Light episodes are so frustrating. Yeah, I do get that. I mean, that's something I'm looking forward to with season 2, is that, like, you know, he's been the Doctor for long enough now to the point where I don't think we're going to deal with that as much. Whereas, you know, last year, obviously, Sex Ed was still going on and stuff. What's your Mackey's order? It varies, because sometimes I'm not feeling like a big meal. Normally, I just get, like, a Big Mac meal with, like, large fries and maybe some chicken nuggets. But if I'm not feeling a Big Mac, like, I'll get, like, a small bacon cheeseburger and then do the same thing. The thing is, I love milkshakes. But the problem is, every time I've had a milkshake since, like, 2 years ago, don't know what happened, like, I've had a dicky tummy every time after that. So, I had to kind of give up on milkshakes, but I'm really sad about, because I think season 3 on Disney Plus is still possible, but probable not more. Yeah, I think it's possible. I go back and forth on this, right? Because I think there's evidence both for and against Disney carrying it on. Like, on the one hand, obviously you've got the fact that, like, you know, what's it? Russell saying things like, oh, it's been a good experiment, which certainly doesn't give the vibe of, oh, it's going to carry on. But then there's another part of me that thinks, well, also, to be fair, it came out in the Disney leaks that it was considered a low-budget show, and despite that, it still makes it into the Disney Plus top 10s. So, if it's low budget and it's still making it to the top 10s, surely that means that it's worth the reinvestment. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially if they themselves don't have to actually make it. Fun, pointless fact, in the Disney Plus Season 2 trailer for Doctor Who, 15 says it's all a game to them, differently to the BBC trailer. Really? I thought you said that in the BBC trailer as well. Oh my god, I have Dodgy Tummy from McDonald's like 2 years ago. I wonder if they changed the stuff. I mean, that's certainly possible. I used to be able to deal with their milkshakes like but it's not even just McDonald's milkshakes, to be fair. It's just milkshakes in general. I just have like no tolerance for anymore. Yeah, I agree. My favourite scene, actually, obviously I can't get it up because copyright and stuff like that. And I don't feel like getting copyright struck on New Year's. I would rather keep this stream up, if possible. But, I'll show you this. My favourite scene... I just realised this is going to play sound for me, but not for you, because I've turned it down, so I'll just turn it down for myself as well. My favourite scene in all of Joy to the World, I think, is... Let me get it up. Is the scene where basically the Doctor scolds Joy and is basically like, what a sad little life. You know, like, what a sad little life, Jane, the meme. Let me get a good shot here. Here, yeah, I'll go for that. So, like, this scene here, like, I want more of this. You see what I'm saying? Give me more of this. Give me more of Ncuti Gatwa being, like, a dark, manipulative trickster, because, like, he's doing it for a valid reason, because, like, he needs to get Joy out of that trance. But, like, it's so good. Give us more of this, you know? That's what I want. Give it to me. I also love the Anita scenes as well. Those were good. I'm not a big fan of, like, the ending. I'm gonna be really honest. I think it's just a bit too corny for me. The COVID stuff does hit, though. Like, the COVID stuff... Can you say COVID now? Or is it, like, are you supposed to say, like, the plague? I don't know. But, like, the COVID stuff where she's like, I had to say goodbye on an iPad, that hit because people did have to go through that. But, like, yeah, there was just... I think the pacing felt a bit odd for me with Joy to the World, like, and I think the Time Hotel had some more potential that they didn't really fully capitalise on. Yeah, but it wasn't a bad episode. I probably did prefer it to, what's it called? Church on Ruby Road. Of the two, I probably would say I prefer Joy to the World. How are you with other dairy products? Generally fine, like, chocolate's fine, milk's normally fine, cheese is fine. It's literally just sort of milkshakes. I don't know why. How's your dog? She's doing very well. Yeah, no, she's doing very well. She's she's very sweet. I went actually away for Christmas, which I haven't done since, I haven't done ever really, because obviously my parents live separately, and I always promised my dad I would go over there one year, but I always wanted to make sure my mum had people around her as well. So I decided to go this year. We had a lovely time, but that's why I was in a different location for my Joy to the World kind of initial reaction. Star Wars TV shows cost $249 million to make 10 episodes. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Toon Army. It's like, there's no way Doctor Who even cost, like, a tenth of that. So, like, for Disney specifically. So, like, I don't see why they couldn't just throw them another bone, you know? Darius, remind me 2 minutes before New Year's. Don't want to miss the fireworks. Yeah, fair enough. That Cyberman figure looks really cool. Oh, the 10th Planet one. That is... What is that? I think that's one of the Eaglemoss, like... What is it, like a 1/10 scale, I think? Yeah, I think so. It's really nice. I literally, that was the last one in a shop window in Cardiff, and I saw it and I went, I want that. So I bought it. I also, you can't actually see these because they're hidden away, but I got these lovely little guys from a company called, I think it's Corvinus Creations, which I saw at London Comic Con. They're busts of, like, statue busts of Shooty and Millie. The Millie one's over there. I'm not going to grab both. But I'll show you Shooty here, and it's really good. Like I will say, if you do get one of these, it won't come painted. I had to request they paint it because I knew I wasn't going to be able to paint it this well. But that's a pretty cool little thing I bought from a little company that were at Comic Con. Let me put it back and not destroy everything. There we are. There we go. I didn't do it to Shooty. We got 13 more minutes in the UK. It's gone really quick, actually. Fairies, I got the figures you were selling on eBay for Christmas. Oh, did you? Oh, good. I'm glad they went somewhere well. Yeah, no, the funny story about that is I ordered them from a website, and I kind of assumed, given the fact that I never heard anything back from them, that it was like a scam website. And then, like, months later, they just showed up when I'd already asked my, like, mum if she could get me them for Christmas. So then I ended up with 2 sets of Shooty and Millie figures that I didn't need. So I ended up selling those ones. But I'm glad they went off to someone... they went off to a good home. Oh, we had a subscriber. Who was it? I didn't actually see who it was. Damn. But thank you to whoever that was. It came up very quick and then was gone. Hang on, wait, can I see chat if I... Hold on. Don't think that's working. Oh well, worth a try. Wait, it's coming up right. Refresh. It's not coming up on here for some reason. I was going to make the chat available, but it doesn't look like it's going to come up. Oh, it is here! There we are! I'll put it there. Oh my god, it's working! There we go. Wait, I'll make it a bit smaller. Hey look, it's almost like I do this professionally. I don't, it's a lie, I barely stream. That'll do. Wait, no, that won't do, that'll do. There we go. Right. Have you seen Doctor Who What If? Yes! That's Force Dalek series, isn't it? Which I very much enjoyed. It was very good. And I think, Force Dalek, you asked if I could be involved, and I probably didn't get back to you, for which I apologise. I am incredibly bad at responding to things. But yes. Hello, Darius. Happy New Year. Thank you. Happy New Year to all. And to all, a good night. As they say, I'm going to move this down because I think the notifications come on this side. Subscriber goal for 2025. It's hard to say. I mean, 30,000 sounds good, but I want to try and push it a bit more than that. Maybe 35? Don't know. But 30 would be lovely in and of itself. Does anyone else get annoyed having to message several people Happy New Year at 12? Yeah, you know what? I'll probably have to do it after 12 this year because I'll be busy talking to you people. I'll tell you what I'll do as well. See if I can get like a live clock up to like count us down. Clock. Alright. Okay, because we're getting pretty close. I'll find a good one. That's naff. Why are all these bad? Okay, I gotta figure something out. I want to try and see if I can put like a clock on screen so that when it hits 12 we'll actually see. Don't know what's happening there. I don't think that's going to work. I'm going to be honest. That's probably not going to work. 50k subs in 2025. I mean, that would be the dream. Yeah, that would be the dream. I'm not expecting 50k in 2025. I'd love it if we did. Do not get me wrong. I would be very happy with that. Alright. Ooh. Now, how do I make it so that... Let's drink that down. And then that's like sort of cropping it. It's not really what I wanted to do. I wanted to like... Is it Alt? No. Oh, it is Alt. Good. Good. So you look at this. I'm figuring it out. Wait, Alt. I'm a bit of a boomer, aren't I? Hang on. Look at this. I'm so professional. Zoop. 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 That'll do. Right. Okay, so we got 8 minutes left. There we go. Oh, military time jump scare. The correct time, American. No. Let me have a look. What are you guys saying in chat? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Mind Robber would be great in colour. Yeah. No, that would be fun. Yeah. I also think it's yeah, I think wait. Is mine no, wait, I'm trying what's the one where they go to the land of fiction? Someone will know. When do we get the 7-day figures for Joy to the World? It's normally a couple of days late. So probably like I don't know, what are we today? We're Tuesday today. So my guess would be about Thursday, Friday-ish, probably. Countdown is more cheerful, that's true. Can count past 12 time, exactly. It is Mind Robbers, is it? Yeah, that'd be good. Because I think that would be a good one to do in colour. On the topic of Doctor Who, what if being mentioned, it was nice to do sound effects on it. Oh, you did the sound effects on Doctor Who, What If? I thought you meant What If the Marvel show for a second. I got very confused. But no, that's great. That's great stuff. Hey, Theory's favourite chocolate. I love a chocolate orange. Cadbury's, but Cadbury's have gotten worse since they changed the recipe, but it's still decent, like a cream egg. Galaxy's pretty good. I think chocolate orange, though, is my like MVP. It's so good. And it just tastes of Christmas, do you know what I mean? Any collabs you want to do in 2025? Any collabs? I mean, I'll put this out there, and if any of you guys watch them, you can send this to them. I would love to have a guest spot on Review of Death. That's something I'd love to do. I'm basically just inviting myself to that, and they do not have to heed that request. The countdown's gone, is it? Oh, I see the problem. That's my bad. Oh dear. Oh, I see the problem. Okay, I have to read the chat like this. Do you still hate Leeds? I never hated Leeds. Where did this come from? What were the last 3 films you've watched? I just watched Wicked today, because it came out on digital, and that was fantastic. Prior to that, Dear Santa, the new Jack Black film, which was like a Christmas Netflix thing, or like Amazon Prime Video. I don't know what streaming service it was on. It was on one of the streams. It was fine. And then, what was the third one? Third recent film? I think I rewatched About Time recently, which is a very good film by Richard Curtis, I think, who also did Vincent the Doctor. It's very good. Tharies, by the way, you're the reason I became a Whovian, started at the 60th, but watched all of Modern Who and slowly making my way through Classic. Very nice. Wicked was, as Ace would say, wicked. Very true. Have you seen Three Body Problem? I have not. What's it about? Will you see Sonic 3? Yes, probably in the new year. Because I do like Sonic a lot. I'm a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan. He was like, probably like one of my first gaming loves, I would say. I have very fond memories for Sonic and the Secret Ring, which is funny because no one else does. Even though his games are hit and miss, I do still love Sonic quite a bit. Yeah, it's. I've definitely heard it's the best of the three, and I have no doubt that it probably is. Wicked was, as Ace would say, wicked. Very good, Dalexilla. Very good. Very good. Aliens? Yeah, Aliens is a good film. What else have I seen recently? What other films have I seen? I watched that one. It's a new one that came out that was about, like, female robot. And it was, like, a horror thing where she, like, turns evil. I think Subservience, I think it was called. It was okay. The TV show Humans, I think, on Channel 4 was, like, just better, though. So, watch that if you haven't. If you could have one episode for each Doctor remade with Muppets, what episode would it be? Oh, okay. I'm not gonna do by Doctor, but I'll just pick some random ones. If you want to do a Tennant, like Stolen Earth Journey's End is like, you know, an obvious one because it's got everyone in it. So like the whole cast could be there. The Big Bang Pandorica opens, that'd be good too. And you can have like all the different Muppets be all different aliens. Midnight with Muppets would be elite, to be fair. Classic Who wise, I think. Ooh, what's immediately? Tomb of the Cybermen, just because I love it. City of Death with Muppets. Why not? That'd be. How do you make City of Death better? Put Muppets in it. Earthshock. And you could have Beaker play Adric. Probably an Earthly Child just to like see the first episode with Daleks. And then we can have a legal version to watch of it. Third Doctor, the Three Doctors, just to get a multi-Doctor in there. Fourth Doctor, I think I did say City of Death. Sixth Doctor, Vengeance, probably. The Sixth Doctor is slightly slimmer pickings, I think. Seventh Doctor, maybe Greatest Show. That would be quite good with them all. And then obviously, like, Eighth Doctor, I guess you could do the movie. Ninth Doctor. What would you remake with Ninth Doctor? I'm assuming, like, when you say remade with Muppets, this is, like, assuming that, like, it would work in a similar way to, like, Muppets Christmas Carol, where, like, you'd have, like, one or two human actors, but then they'd all have, like, Muppets. So maybe, like, Boomtown, but instead of playing off Margaret the Slitheen, Christopher Eccleston is playing off of a Muppet. I also like to see the Giggle with Muppets, and you could have Gonzo as the toy maker. I don't know why that came into my head, but I think it just works. 13, Power of the Doctor, maybe, just because it's got like loads of people in it. 30 seconds. Oh my god! All right, everyone, do the countdown with me. This is probably not going to work. It's going to be super delayed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! We did it! It is now New Year! Yay! Happy New Year, everybody! Woo! It's going to be so delayed for me, because someone's still on 6. That's the last message I've seen. Happy New Year! Thunderbirds are a go! Can someone edit me doing the countdown to the Thunderbirds intro? That'd be sick. I can just hear all the fireworks going on outside. Happy New Year, everybody. We did it. Hasta la vista 2024. Hello 2025. Brand new year for us all. YouTube spoiled it. Oh, did it? Oh, I'm sorry. We did it! Woo! All right, I'm gonna turn off this this thing now because I don't need it. I probably won't be on much longer than this, maybe like 10, 15 minutes more. But happy new, we did it! We did it. It's New Year. I'm feeling good. Happy New Year. Me being left in 2024. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey, as they say. Happy New Year to Tharies and all his subscribers. Well, thank you very much, Paul. Happy New Year to you. Tharies, how did you watch Wicked? My Amazon Prime says it's not out on January 3rd. Right, between you and me, I may have sailed the 7 seas. Between you and me. Heaven sent with just Kermit? Yes. Everyone is saying Happy New Year outside right now. Happy New Year. My favourite moment was when you said you do the pigeons to save us all. I do the what? The pigeons? Hey, so is there any news on season 3? We spoke about that a little bit. Not really. I mean, we're going to know this year, one way or the other. We're going to know this year, one way or the other, what's happening with it. But, like, I mean, I hope it happens. And I hope Disney do keep it. I mean, I kind of hope it's renegotiated so that midnight isn't a thing yet. A thing anymore for us personally, for the Brits. I know it might be beneficial to some other people, but I'm selfish, you know. Have a lovely New Year. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think a Christmas special will happen. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. I suggest Statler and Waldorf to replace the Gods of Ragnarok from the Greatest Show in the Galaxy. Perfect. Love it. Love that. You have to go the long way. Exactly. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody. It is now 2025 in Britain. Which means we are now in the year of finding out what's happening with season 3. So there we go. Yeah. No, I want to get rid of the midnight thing. It's your show. You deserve to have seen it. I mean, the thing is, we all do get it at the same time. It's just a much less convenient time for most people in the UK. Darius 2025. Thank you. Thank you very much. Happy New Year to you all too. Have a great one, guys. Have a great one. And incidentally, a Happy New Year to all of you at home. There you go. Got a little reference in there because it wouldn't be a Tharies live stream without a reference to Doctor Who in there. Yeah. I feel good though. It's a new year, new me. I'm feeling good. I'm not a show since last year. Oh yeah, when those jokes are going to start. Yeah, I'm going to do mine tomorrow. I'm going to be a new year, new me, literally. Probably yes. Check the poll. Oh, good idea. It had 122 votes, so thank you for everybody who voted. 53% said good, 40% said mid, 7% said bad. Which, yeah, fair enough. I mean, if it were me, I'm probably somewhere between good and mid, which is annoying because I only put 3 options, but I probably would say... I probably would say good overall, because I enjoyed it more than, like, the last Christmas special, and, like, it had some good moments in it. Cool, you could say I've not watched Tharies since last year, but nice, nice. Poll complete. Oh, there we go. Alright, well, that about wraps this up. I'm going to leave it there because it's late, but thank you all for tuning in. This is just a bit of fun for me to do. I enjoyed it very much. Happy New Year to you all. I'll see you tomorrow with a proper video. And I'll have a lovely, lovely New Year's evening. I've not watched Doctor Who since last year. Me neither. What a thought. See you all in a bit, everyone. Take care. I'm not going to see anyone's goodbye messages for ages. I need to see if I can lower the latency on this. Good night. There we go. Good night. Good night, everyone.